you guys played as the Motions for years in Tuscaloosa, and now there's a name change. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, the name change came about. We were just trying to, you know, figure out. I guess the sound change came first, a big sound change. We were working on our second record, and we just decided, you know, if there was going to be a time. The Motions was, you know, it kind of came about. We're listening to an Elvis Costello song. He talks about going through the motions, and we did that for a while, but then we kind of thought, you know, it's kitschy, it's too simple, and it's not very original. So, you know, we thought about it for a long time, and then we were like, well, you know, me and Max's last name, it's pretty original, and we've lived with it for, you know, 18 and 21 years, so, you know, figured we could live with it for a good bit longer.
Yeah, right. Okay. So talk about the new sound. I mean, y'all gotten a bunch of new members and new instruments and bigger sound. What's going on?
Well, and I think that came from the new sound came from, like, we listened to. I got real heavy into all the Phil Spector stuff, the Ronettes, or, you know, all the Beach Boys stuff. You know, it's not Phil Spector produced, but it's very Phil Spector sounding, and you know, but none of those. What struck me as odd is none of those bands really played live or could play live. You know, you listen to Sgt. Pepper's or something by the Beatles. You know, it's great, but they couldn't play live, and I wanted to somehow do that sound and still harness it live. You know, so we added, you know. On our first record, it was no keys, nothing. It was just me, Max, and Miles. And, you know, we added keyboard player first, Harrison Bennett, and then we added Miles Smith on additional guitar. He played a lot of acoustic. And then we weren't even really looking for another guitar player that heavily, you know. But Tyler Carter, I got in touch with him, asked him to come jam with us, and just the kid just smoked it. Just is unbelievable, and it's helped. You know, I mean, it's got that big sound that's in my head. You know, we're able to pull off some of it live. Some of it, you know, there's always things.
So you have a little bit of a different live show too. You're very, like, James Brown evangelical. Like,
well, yeah, you know, that came. I mean, that came from, I guess, growing up a little bit. You know, I mean, we started out so young. We were really young. You know, I was 17 when I first stepped foot in the Egan's, you know, and I'm 22 now. And same with the rest of the guys. You know, Miles, I think, was like 13 when he first played Egan's. And, you know, seeing shows, you know, I mean, I've seen Springsteen 3 times now, and it's almost, if he wasn't a musician, he'd be a gospel preacher. You know, I mean, it's very, very, it's a spiritual thing, and I tend to, you know, and I think, you know, I don't listen to a whole lot of James Brown. You know, I have Live at the Apollo and stuff, and but yeah, I've been told, you know, that I act a little James Brown-esque, and I think it's because Springsteen probably tries to act like him, you know, so influence from that.
Yeah, so being a Mississippi band, y'all still play a hell of a lot in Alabama. Well, where do y'all see y'all's place is a big part of Alabama? Do you see yourself as an Alabama band partly?
We, you know, we draw a lot from Alabama. I mean, we draw a lot from the South in general. You know, I don't want anyone to think that, you know, Alabama's our home base. Not that we're ashamed of that, but, you know, we're proud to be from Mississippi, you know, and it took us a long time for me to say that, but we are, you know, I mean, it's, we're from the birthplace of Tennessee Williams. You know, Robert Johnson was from Mississippi. I mean, there's a lot of stuff from Mississippi. Alabama, you know, I mean, it has the shows, it has tons of stuff too. You know, it's a good, I think the whole Mississippi, Alabama, that's just, you know, Tennessee, I mean, Memphis, you know, the whole area is a great area to be from as far as just to draw, you know, from the tons of musical culture you have, tons of music, any variety.
Y'all recorded in Water Valley, right?
Yeah, we did. We've started on our record with Matt Patton producing, and Lynn Bridges kind of engineering, doing a little producing too. You know, Matt's just getting into the game, and yeah, Water Valley is a heck of a place because there's nothing to do but make music, and I love that. There's this little like organic grocery store where you can go down and, you know, get grab a thing of coffee and eat some pancakes and stuff, and then head right into the studio. I mean, you know, it's a very homey feeling. Matt Patton's been wonderful to work with, just total. I cannot rave about the man enough, man. It has been, because we're, you know, a bunch of headstrong kids, you know, I mean, we're headstrong, so, you know, we know what we like, we're willing to take opinions and stuff, but, you know, Matt Patton has totally, you know, we came at it from the same place, such a similar mindset. But you know, obviously, he had different things. You know, he would throw out ideas that I'd be like, man, that, you know, that could work, and you know, I would have never thought about it. Same with us. Same, you know, us throwing ideas at him. And yeah, Water Valley has been a pleasant place to work. Can't say enough about it.
All right. Well, I appreciate the interview, man.